The last signal from Mars. The first signal arrived at 3:17 a.m. Dr. Elena Carter was alone, inside the International Deep Space Observatory, when every monitor in the control room suddenly turned black. For 6 seconds, there was complete silence. Then one screen came back to life. A single line of text appeared. "We are still here." Elena froze. Mars had been silent for 37 years. Humanity had established its first permanent colony on Mars in 2091. Thousands of scientists, engineers, and settlers had traveled across space to build a new civilization beneath the red planet surface. But in 2118, something happened. The colony stopped communicating. No emergency signal. No explanation. Nothing. Earth tried everything. Satellites were redirected. Rescue missions were launched. But every attempt ended the same way. Silence. Eventually, Mars was declared lost. And now, in 2155, someone, or something, had sent a message. Elena leaned closer to the screen. Computer, trace the signal. The artificial intelligence system responded immediately. Signal origin confirmed. Elena waited. Location, Mars. Her heart began pounding. That's impossible. Please clarify. Human communication systems on Mars were destroyed decades ago. The computer remained silent for a moment. Then another message appeared. Elena Carter. Her blood ran cold. The signal knew her name. She stepped backward. Computer. Who sent this? No answer. Suddenly, the screen displayed another sentence. Do not send a rescue mission. Elena stared at the words. Then a final message appeared. They will follow you back. The screen went black. 6 hours later, Elena stood inside a secure conference room beneath the United Nations Space Administration. 5 officials sat around a circular table. Nobody spoke. Finally, Commander James Wilson broke the silence. You are telling us that someone on Mars contacted you personally. Elena nodded. And they warned us not to send a rescue mission. Who are they? I don't know. Could it be a surviving colonist? Elena looked at the classified photograph projected on the wall. I don't think so. The room became silent. She continued. The signal wasn't transmitted through our communication network. James frowned. Then how? That's the problem. Elena pointed at the data. It came from beneath the surface of Mars. One of the officials leaned forward. How deep? Elena hesitated. Approximately 12 kilometers. Everyone exchanged nervous looks. The Mars colony had never been built that deep. James stood. Prepare a mission. Elena immediately shook her head. You didn't listen to the message. I heard it. They said not to go. James looked directly into her eyes. Which is exactly why we have to go. 3 months later, the spacecraft Odyssey 7 left Earth. 6 astronauts were aboard. Elena was one of them. As Earth disappeared behind them, she stared through the observation window. For the first time in human history, humanity was returning to a world it had abandoned. But Elena couldn't stop thinking about the final message. They will follow you back. 21 days later, Mars appeared in front of them. Red, silent, beautiful, and waiting. The Odyssey 7 entered the atmosphere. Everything seemed normal. Until the spacecraft's radar detected something beneath the surface. A massive structure. Elena looked at the monitor. That's not natural. James moved closer. How big? The computer calculated. Estimated length, 42 kilometers. The room fell silent. 42 kilometers. Something enormous was buried beneath Mars. Then the spacecraft received a transmission. Not from Earth. Not from Mars. From somewhere directly behind them. Elena slowly turned toward the rear monitor. A second signal had appeared. Its origin was Earth. James stared at the screen. What is that? Elena whispered the only answer she could think of. They followed us. Suddenly, every alarm inside the spacecraft began screaming. And far away, hidden beneath the red surface of Mars, thousands of lights turned on. One by one. like something ancient had just opened its eyes.